Hi everybody, welcome to Unlocking Kingdom Destiny. My name is Gaspar Anastasi, and the question I'd like to ask you today, does your life count for something? I really want to help you to make your life count. It's amazing how many people just are wasting their life away. And it's interesting to know that, the time that you waste, you can never get back. When you're 60 years old or 70 years old, you say, man, I wish I was younger. I wish I could have done this and done that. When you're 40 years old, you say, well, I wish I was doing this and that when I was younger. A lot of times we look back and realize that we wasted a lot of time. And it's so simple to see how that can happen to us because we get caught up in the trivial things that are not really making a difference, not only in our lives, but in the lives of those that are around us. I don't know if you know this, but you were put on this earth to make a difference. You were put on this earth to represent God in His presence with all of His creativity, all of His ingenuity, all of His strength and power, so that you would improve society and encourage others and do great exploits. That's really your call. But the devil has really blinded our hearts and convinced us that life is difficult, life is terrible, that I can't really do anything more than I'm doing now, that I'm just going to live my life out and hope for the best. And instead of taking every hour, every second of our lives and making something positive out of it that's going to influence other people in a positive way and also bring blessings to yourself or myself, we wind up getting caught up in that trap of daydreaming and getting filled with indifferences and lethargies and depressions. And before you know it, days go by and they become weeks, and weeks go by and become months, and before you know it, it's years. And you look back and say, what did I do with my time? Make your life count for something. Find out what God has created you for. The very thing that bothers you the most, that's probably the area that God has called you to change the most. The thing that that you really have the greatest passion for, maybe others don't, well, that's the area that God's called you to make a difference. And sometimes we get upset with other people because they're not doing what we think they should do and are not paying attention to the things that they should be paying attention to, when in reality that's the only way that we see it, and they don't see that at all. Because really, it's our job, our call, and the vision that God's given to us. So make your life count for something by finding out what you were created for. Find out what you were made for. Find out, what was this one thing, or maybe two things, that God brought you here on this earth to accomplish. Another reason that we don't fulfill this purpose in our lives is because we become copycats. We're so busy trying to copy other people, and we become a cheap copy of a great original. What God wants us to do is become the great original. Do what God's called you to do. Find out what that is. Look for the passions that you have. Find out what bothers you the most that doesn't bother other people, and begin to realize that that's the area you're called for. Get away from the mundane, get away from the ho-hum, and begin to make a difference. So that when you close your eyes and you go home to be with the Lord, you can say, you know what, my life made a difference. You leave a legacy. Too many people, their lives are just being wasted away. Days are going by, weeks are going by, months are going by, years are going by, and you look back and say, man, what did I do with my time? It's never too late to make your life great. Never. The best is still yet to come. And I want to encourage you to find that place and the very thing that God created you for, the very purpose that He made you for, and begin to launch out into the deep and go out, get at it with all of your heart. Not only is there going to be fulfillment in your life, there's also going to be a great sense of accomplishment and reward that will not only bless you, but bless others. Remember that God made you for a purpose. Make your life count.